Life Directive number 6. What's fitting? Hello, everybody. I'm Jim McCotter. Welcome. Colossians 3:18 says, "Wives, submit yourselves to your husbands, as is fitting for those who belong to the Lord." Colossians 3:18. The Amplified Translation writes it this way: "Wives, be subject to your husbands, subordinate and adopt yourselves to them, as is right and fitting and your proper duty in the Lord." End quote. Wife, this is right, fitting, and proper to submit to your husband. It may not be what our degenerate world may think is right, but it only matters if it is proper before the Lord. That is all that matters. It only depends on who you belong to, the world or the Lord. Submitting to a husband is one of the most major ways a wife can show that she belongs to the Lord. Many non-Christian wives gloat in not submitting to their husbands. They consider it degrading. The more they view it that way, the greater the Christian wife should want to display her submission to her husband, showing she belongs to the Lord. The non-Christian wife who does not submit to her husband shows she belongs to some other Lord, not the Lord of Lords. But realize, the Christian wife who does not submit to her husband also displays that she too is submitting to some other Lord. Herself as Lord, or what other women think as her Lord, or anyone, but not the Lord of Lords. But no Christian wife will be very submissive, much less enjoy being submissive to her husband, unless she is doing it as belonging to the Lord. If a wife tries to be submissive only thinking of her husband when she thinks he's worthy, she will not always be submissive as is fitting. In fact, submission is not really submission when a wife agrees with her husband in doing what he wants. Real submission is manifested when a wife does not want to do what her husband wants, but quietly submits because she belongs to the Lord. Wife, don't ever forget who you really belong to. Is it to the Lord or some other Lord? And remember what the Apostle James said in James chapter 1, verse 2 and 3, quote, "When troubles of any kind come your way, consider it an opportunity for great joy, for you know that when your faith is tested, your endurance has a chance to grow." End quote. When you don't want to submit to your husband, consider that as the opportunity for great joy. When your faith is tested, by submitting to your husband, as is fitting for those who belong to the Lord.